Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video like up. The sun has once again risen over Hope Valley, but this time it shines on a world filled with new beginnings, heartfelt surprises, and a future that feels both familiar and unexpected. The air carries whispers of promise, the scent of pine, and the quiet hum of excitement that only comes when something beloved is about to evolve. After months of speculation, one thing has become beautifully clear when calls. The heart is stepping into 2025 with a spirit stronger than ever before. And this new chapter is unlike anything fans have witnessed before. Production has been in full swing, and those lucky enough to glimpse the set have said Hope Valley looks subtly different this season. Not in its warmth, but in its texture. The streets are filled with signs of progress, little touches that show time has passed. There's a new general store window being painted, a fresh plaque outside the school, and what appears to be a newly expanded cafe where townsfolk gather more often than ever. But even with all these subtle changes, the heart of Hope Valley still beats the same. Faith, love, and the strength of community remain at its center. Behind the camera, the cast and crew have returned with renewed purpose. Aaron Krakow, the heart and soul of the series, has been spotted filming several emotional scenes, many of which are said to show Elizabeth Thatcher in moments of reflection. It's said she's torn between what she's always known and what she's starting to dream of again. There's a deeper tone to her performance this season, a sense that Elizabeth is preparing to face questions she once avoided. It's not just about romance anymore. It's about identity, courage, and what it means to start over when life doesn't go as planned. Kevin McGarry's Nathan Grant, too, has stepped into the spotlight in a powerful way. Nathan's storyline this season reportedly explores the weight of responsibility more than ever before. After years of putting duty above everything else, Nathan begins to wonder if there's room in his heart for something bigger than obligation. The bond between him and Elizabeth has quietly matured since season 12. And now, in 2025, it's being tested in ways that neither could predict. There's a strong sense that Nathan will finally confront what's been unspoken for too long: his fears, his regrets, and the depth of his feelings. Rumors from the set suggest that young Jack, Elizabeth's son, becomes the heart of many emotional scenes this season. His innocence and honesty bring moments of unexpected light in times of uncertainty. In one tender moment described by insiders, Jack asks a question that leaves both Elizabeth and Nathan in stunned silence, a question about love, loss, and belonging. It's said to be one of the most heartfelt scenes in the series' history. A turning point not just for the characters but for the entire tone of the season. But beyond the familiar faces, new ones are arriving in Hope Valley, and they're stirring the calm waters. A mysterious traveler has been seen filming near the church and cafe. A man with a weathered hat and quiet manner who reportedly carries a past tied to Hope Valley's earliest days. His arrival is said to ignite curiosity, suspicion, and, surprisingly, forgiveness. This new character's arc is expected to tie deeply into the roots of the town, perhaps even revisiting stories left unresolved from long ago. At the same time, familiar characters who had drifted from focus are stepping back into the frame. Faith, once a steady presence as Hope Valley's healer, is rumored to take on a stronger leadership role after a personal revelation. Her storyline hints at self-discovery and perhaps even a return to love. Then there's Rosemary and Lee, the beloved Coulters, who continue to bring humor and heart while navigating what it truly means to balance dreams with responsibility. Their family life evolves in touching and surprising ways, reminding viewers that even joy requires courage to sustain. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Hope Valley has been alive with laughter and connection. The cast's chemistry has only deepened with time, and it shows in every interaction. There's been talk of a special on-set ritual each morning before filming. The cast reportedly gathers in a small circle for a moment of gratitude. It's a quiet tradition that keeps them grounded, reminding everyone why When Calls the Heart has lasted as long as it has. It's built on genuine affection, trust, and the shared desire to tell stories that uplift. The upcoming season also delves deeper into the challenges of faith and forgiveness. Hope Valley has always been a place of second chances, but this time the stakes are higher. The world outside the town is changing rapidly, and Hope Valley can no longer remain untouched by progress. New inventions are arriving, new values are clashing with the old. Okay. And every character is forced to ask what must be preserved and what must evolve. It's a theme that feels strikingly relevant to modern audiences, even as the story remains rooted in its early 20th century setting. The writing this year has been described as more emotionally layered, with moments of silence that speak volumes. Elizabeth's letters, once the hallmark of earlier seasons, are said to return in a reimagined form, instead of being written to her late husband or her students. These letters now serve as reflections to herself, pieces of wisdom written in moments of doubt. It's a creative way to show growth while honoring the show's earliest traditions. One of the most intriguing whispers is about an episode set during a sudden spring storm, a symbolic event that forces many of Hope Valley's residents to face their fears. In the middle of chaos, friendships are tested, confessions are made, and hearts are laid bare. The storm reportedly becomes a metaphor for renewal, washing away old pain and making room for forgiveness. Viewers can expect breathtaking cinematography, with candlelight scenes, thunder echoing in the distance, and quiet moments of truth between characters who have been avoiding each other for far too long. Fans will also notice a subtle expansion of the Hope Valley world. Some scenes are filmed in new outdoor settings, suggesting that the story may venture beyond the town's borders. There's talk of an episode that revisits the early days of the community through flashbacks, giving longtime fans a glimpse of Hope Valley before it became the place we know today. This creative touch ties together past and present in a way that feels both nostalgic and forward-looking. As filming continues, the actors have spoken about how meaningful it feels to portray these stories in a time when viewers crave warmth and hope. They describe 2025 as a year of reconnection, not just for the show, but for everyone who watches it. Aaron Krakow has mentioned that every scene this season feels personal, as though the writers have poured a bit of each actor's soul into their character. Kevin McGarry has been seen laughing with crew members between takes, a clear sign that the atmosphere remains joyful despite the emotional depth of the material. A notable shift this season is the increased focus on community over romance. While love remains at the core, it's no longer just about courtship or heartbreak. The relationships between friends, parents, and children, teachers and students, even strangers, are given equal emotional weight. The writers seem intent on reminding viewers that love comes in many forms, and sometimes the purest kind is the one that grows quietly between people who simply care for one another. Yet, that doesn't mean romance has been forgotten. Far from it. A few intimate moments have reportedly been filmed between Elizabeth and Nathan that hint at long-awaited confessions. But rather than rushing into declarations, the series lets their emotions breathe. There's a tenderness in how they look at each other, a maturity that feels earned after so many years of uncertainty. Fans who have waited patiently for closure may finally find it, though in true Hope Valley fashion. It will come not with fireworks, but with a whisper, a gesture, and a quiet promise. And then there's Lucas Bouchard, the man whose journey has taken him from businessman to mayor to a man searching for purpose. Although his presence has been quieter lately, it's said that Lucas will experience his most introspective chapter yet. He's learning to define success not by wealth or position, but by integrity and peace. His interactions with the townspeople, especially with Rosemary and Faith, will reportedly form one of the season's emotional backbones. Lucas's story this time isn't about romance or rivalry. It's about redemption and finding home again. Off-screen, 2025 has also brought touching personal milestones for several cast members. The camaraderie among them is more apparent than ever. Their real-life celebrations, charity efforts, and mutual support are mirrored in the kindness that defines the show. It's said that part of this season's inspiration came from their own experiences. during filming, from moments of laughter between takes, late-night script readings, and even shared tears when scenes hit too close to the heart, adding to the excitement. Whispers of a surprise guest star have circulated among fans. The identity is being kept secret, but hints suggest the return of a character connected to Elizabeth's past, someone who will appear in only 1 or 2 episodes but will leave a lasting emotional mark. This return is said to cause Elizabeth to reevaluate everything she thought she knew about love and destiny. The mystery surrounding this cameo has become one of the most discussed topics among Hearties. Worldwide, there's also growing specula.